Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about the Niti Aayog's report on National Nutrition Mission. So Niti Aayog, which is one of the organization which has also been given the responsibility to track the SDG goal, which is your Sustainable Development Goal. So that particular organization has come up with the report on National Nutrition Mission. So in this particular video, we will discuss about what are the major findings of this report has been and what is basically the National Nutrition Mission is. So let's begin. Recently, the Niti Aayog has released Accelerating Progress on Nutrition in India. So this is the title of the report they have recently published. What will it take? The third progress report on the National Nutrition Mission or the Poshan Abhiyan. So National Nutrition Mission is also known as the Poshan Abhiyan. Now the thing is, this is not the first report that the Niti Aayog has released in terms of the progress made under this particular campaign. It is in fact the third one. The third progress report, which is the tracking period is October 2019 to April 2020. So this is the time period in which they have tracked the progress. It takes stock of the rollout status on the ground and implementation challenges encountered at various levels through large-scale database sets. So basically what happened in this third progress report, Niti Aayog had gone through the data set, which is basically your NFHS, which is your National Family and Household Survey number 4, and the Comprehensive National Nutrition Survey, which is CNNS. So these have the two data set which the Niti Aayog has analyzed while coming up with this report, and the target was to look at the status on ground. So how is the implementation of NNM is going on at the ground level. So that was the major focus of the third progress report. The initial report, which is report 1 and 2, focused majorly on the mission's preparedness and the implementation by the states and UTs respectively. So in the report 1, Niti Aayog talked about how prepared the states are actually to implement the National Nutrition Mission, and in the report 2, it talked about the similar things for the union territories. But in report 3, it has gone ahead and analyzed the data sets available in order to find out what are the challenges which the states are now coming up while trying to implement the Poshan Abhiyan. The review report was drafted in March 2020. So this is an important point for you to remember, that this particular report does not actually take consideration of the effect which the COVID-19 could have posed over the level of poverty, which has the direct relation with the nutritional intake. So this kind of relationship is not being yet studied by the Niti Aayog under the third progress report. So just remember, the effect of COVID-19 is not yet considered. Now let's move forward and try to understand the major findings of this particular report. So on stunting, India target are conservative as compared to the global target defined by the World Health Assembly. So what does it specifically mean is that the kind of target India has is conservative in its approach, which means it is not very ambitious target which India is trying to achieve, and in fact it is conservative in terms of what the World Health Assembly talks about. So which is prevalence rate of 5% of stunting. So this is the standard which is available for the World Health Assembly, while for India it has the level of 13.3 by 2022. So you can see at the world level, when they are talking about reducing the stunting to 5%, in India it is around 13.3% till 2022. Stunting basically means that when your height is not appropriate to your age. So that particular child, when they do not have the proper height according to their age, that thing is called as stunting. The target of reducing prevalence levels of anemia among the pregnant women from 50.3 in 2016 to 34.4 in 2022, and among adolescent girls from 52.9% in 2016 to 39.66% is also considered to be conservative compared to the World Health Assembly target for halving the prevalence level. So again, for the anemia as well as for the like in adolescent girls as well as in pregnant women, the World Health Assembly talks about halving the prevalence, but in India it is again conservative target. In the wake of the pandemic, experts warn that deepening poverty and hunger may delay the achieving the goals defined under the mission. So this has also been highlighted. So various report across the world has highlighted that COVID pandemic has actually kind of derailed the progress which were being made for the sustainable development goal. And in that regard, India is also not untouched. So the targets which is defined under the National Nutrition Mission could be relayed because of the present pandemic situation. So these are the major findings. Now let's try to understand what is this National Nutrition Mission. So it is a government of India's flagship program to improve nutritional outcomes for children, pregnant women and lactating mothers. So who are the target group over here? Children, pregnant women as well as the lactating mothers. So these are the target group where government is trying to improve their nutritional outcome. It is backed by the National Nutrition Strategy prepared by NITI Aayog. So it is actually the strategy prepared by NITI Aayog which eventually lead to the formation of National Nutrition Mission. What was the goal? The goal was to attain Kuposhan Mukt Bharat, which is like malnutrition. India is one of the country which is considered to have the heaviest burden of malnutrition adult as well as the children, and this has been recently highlighted by the Global Hunger Index which was released. So in that regard, the idea is to make India malnutrition free India by 2022. So this is the target which was set up by NITI Aayog while defining the National Nutrition Mission. What were the aims or what were the specific targets which were mentioned? So to reduce the stunting, undernutrition, anemia among young children, women and adolescent girls, and low birth weight by 2, 2, 3 and 2% per annum respectively. So the idea is for whatever be the level, from then annually 2% decrease in stunting, 2% decrease in undernutrition, 3% decrease in anemia and then again 2% decrease in the low birth weight. So this was the idea that per year this much decrease need to be taken care of in order to make India malnutrition free. 50% of the total budget comes from the World Bank or other multilateral development banks, and the rest 50% is through center's budgetary support. So this is the idea. 50% is like the support it gets from World Bank or the other financial institution, and the 50% is through the grant of center. Now again, a thing to remember is that it has the idea to solve the problem of malnutrition in a mission mode, which means that it has a specified target and a particular deadline which need to be followed. The center budgetary support is further divided into 60:40 between center and the state. So from that you can understand it is actually centrally sponsored scheme, which means that fund is divided between center and state, and 60% would be provided by the center, 40% by the state for most of the state, and 90:10 for the northeastern region and the Himalayan state, and 100% for the UTs without legislature. So this is the division of funds. So 50% of the fund is going to come from the World Bank or other financial institute, 50% need to be taken care by the center, and out of that 50% budgetary support also, the 60:40 division is there for most of the state. For UT it is 100% center, and for the northeastern states as well as the Himalayan hilly state it is 90:10. So these are the way through which the fund is allocated for the National Nutrition Mission, or what would be called as the Poshan Abhiyan. So I hope you have understood this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.